Minnesota Vikings. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. Down the right sideline. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there on the catch and run. 86 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Herbert has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the Vikings had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to get a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 6 now.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
On 2nd down, here's McBride.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
On the give, here's McBride.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Herbert. Well, he caught. It's St. Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Herbert. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A run here with McBride. Ooh, the juke. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Herbert off of play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
And now a run with McBride.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's McBride.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they spit the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 64 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
To try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. 20, 10. Touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Vikings are able to add on to their first-half lead.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Vikings have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Charger drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's McBride. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. That catch now puts him at 1,094 in his career. And in recent memory, he passed Reggie Wayne and Quan Bolden, T.O. on the list, and now he's even with Tim Brown. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have got it on cruise control.
after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward? Well, for him, high and tight, just like a good haircut. Never go.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Trey McBride
from 13 yards out.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
23 yards the pickup there. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Right back to him on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, here's Herbert. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On play action, they'll throw. And now here is another interception. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. McBride.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, wide open, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
In motion, Hill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the...
And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
112 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McBride.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago,